For 30 hours, Anita Marjooni lay in a hospital bed, her loving husband by her side. Physically, she was immobile, yet she experienced something beyond life, as she told Dr. Wayne Dyer last March.
This glorious lightness. I felt free and liberated, like not only was there no cancer, but there was no problems, there was no body. There's a feeling of detachment and also a feeling of that everything is perfect. Even if I die, it's still perfect in the greater tapestry. It's still all meant to be.
Doctors had every reason to believe Anita was going to die. Her medical records show her body was riddled with cancer. That's when the unbelievable happened. Anita says she chose to come back. Welcome, Anita. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So explain that moment on February 1st when you decided originally to let go and how freeing it felt.
Oh, that was an amazing feeling. But up to that point, before I decided to let go, I had had cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, for 4 years. So on that day, by that time, I was already on oxygen. I couldn't breathe without oxygen. My lungs were filled with fluid, so I was always choking on my own fluid. I had a constant fever. The lymphoma had spread from the base of my skull all the way down under my arms, my breasts, down to my abdomen. I had tumors the size of lemons all over, and I had fluid in the brain. And I had open skin lesions because the toxins were coming out of my skin. And I weighed about 85 pounds. I couldn't walk. I couldn't even hold my head up. My head was down like this, but I was lying down most of the time.
So people even in your life might have been at a point where they thought this would be sweet relief.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I was a burden to everybody around me because I had to be cared for 24/7.
And when you were in this coma, what was your experience?
Oh, it was just absolutely incredible. I felt like for the first time, I was free of pain. I mean, I get emotional just thinking about it. I was just free of pain, and I was surrounded by what I can only describe as unconditional love. And it was the first time in my life I felt as though I didn't even have to do anything to deserve this love. It was just there, regardless of what I had done. I didn't have to do anything to prove myself. And I felt connected to everything. And I felt light. And all the fear I had felt and all the pain from the cancer, it was just gone.
And do you see, sometimes I read on these that you see people you know or loved ones.
Yeah, I saw my father. And my father had passed away 10 years before me. I also saw my best friend who I'd lost to cancer. But my father had passed away 10 years before. And I grew up, my parents are Hindu, and my father had always put a lot of pressure on me to get married, and I'd always felt during my life while growing up, I always felt that I had let him down and I disappointed him even when he passed away. But when I met him in the other realm, all I felt from him was unconditional love. It was just incredible.
Was this heaven to you? Did you believe this was heaven?
Yes, it was. I believed I'd attained nirvana, yes, because I grew up a Hindu, so.
All right, we're going to a lot of similarities between these stories, especially this feeling of euphoria and an unconditional love. Love seems to be the theme. Anita's decision to come back to her